Hi everyone, my name is Gina Garcia and I'm the Teen Librarian with Bazan Library Branch. Welcome. Today we're going to be doing our Teen Summer Reading craft and we are doing a Harry Potter bookmark. So those of you who've already picked up a Take and Make craft from your local library branch, you may have picked up a baggie that looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and start opening up what's in here so we can discuss on the items and how to build your own bookmark. So thank you everyone for watching and keeping in tune every single week for our Teen Summer Reading crafts. Stay tuned next Thursday. We're going to have our final Teen Summer Reading craft, which will be sticker mosaics. So looking into our bag, what we have here are different types of colored felt. We've got a burgundy one, black one, brown one, goldish one, and then a cream colored one, along with some tacky glue and a ribbon. So essentially, we're gonna end up turning these materials into something that looks like this. So this is going to be the end product. It's going to be our own little Harry Potter bookmark that you can go ahead and just place inside of your book. Looks really cute, and don't be intimidated. It's actually simple and it's not as difficult as you think it may be. So give me one moment. I'm going to go ahead and readjust my camera. That way you can watch me do the craft if you want to go ahead and follow along. And then I'll go ahead and keep track of all comments, everyone coming in, so welcome again. And again, just give me one brief moment. I'm gonna readjust my camera, so stay with me. And as I'm adjusting, let me see. Okay. So I'm adjusting, I'm looking at the comments here. So I've got a lot of people that are joining. Thank you again. It means a lot to us. And let me just make sure that this is the distance that I want. Definitely. All right, so with the items that we have in our little bag, how we're going to end up making our craft look like this is, if you have a ruler, I say use it, but you don't have to. It's not necessary for this. What you will need is some scissors, because you're definitely gonna need to cut your felt. So I already went ahead and I cut some of my gold felt as well as my burgundy felt. So what is the size that you're looking for this Harry Potter bookmark? You want to do either 4 inches by 4 inches or 3 inches by 3 inches. Either one is going to work. So there's a really nice way that we can make this happen looking like this if we work at a certain with certain steps. So right now I want you to grab your tacky glue, and because it's not open, just go ahead and cut the top from it using your scissors. That way you can easily get the glue out, so that way you have it ready. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with Harry's scarf. So we want to get our burgundy felt already cut, and that way we can glue it down as well as our gold felt. So let me go ahead and do that. This tacky glue works really well with this felt. You don't want to use any other glue. I mean, regular glue works okay, but I ended up making my own little bookmark maybe like a week ago, and I mean, it's looking fabulous. So go ahead and once you've got your glue on, go ahead and start putting that on your cream colored felt. So clearly right here on the edge we have some excess. Don't worry about that. We're going to tackle all of the excess later on. Now we want to go ahead and tackle the gold portion of Harry's scarf. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add some of that tacky glue on one side. And same thing with the second part. So I'm using the burgundy as the base because Gryffindor's colors are that burgundy with the gold. I mean, if you want to do the gold as the base, go for it, but I'm choosing to do the burgundy. Here we go. Let's go ahead and add this guy right here. All right, so once this is done, we're going to set it aside to start drying. You want to go ahead and grab your black felt. So for this part right here, we didn't really include anything to make the perfect frames, the perfect Harry Potter frames. So what I ended up using here, you can use either a quarter or anything with the round surface that's around a quarter's size or a little bigger, because you want the main portion of this bookmark to be the spectacle. Harry Potter's well known for his glasses, so we want to definitely showcase that. Right now, because I'm at my library, I have a big tacky glue that I can just go ahead and place down here and trace it. So you want to do 2 traces of that. So go ahead and grab your pen or pencil, whichever one you have near you, and what you want to do is just trace around and do the same thing with the other side. So it's probably difficult for you to see from my camera angle, but I am drawing the outline. And once you are done, just be careful with how you're cutting it. I thought that maybe by putting this closer you could see. I can see it. I know it's kind of hard right here, but start cutting along that outline. And be careful with the black felt, because the pupils are actually going to be an option. You don't have to include those in the instructions that we gave out. We only gave instructions to do the actual glasses, the actual frames. So feel free to go ahead and add those Harry's eyes if you'd like, kind of like what I did here. So this is optional. You don't have to do this part. You can just do the frames. But I'll show you how to do both. So I cut one circle right here, and it's not going to be perfect, but just as long as it's a circle, that's what counts. Oh, that is so awesome. So I'm seeing here that there's a lot of people who have watched all the Harry Potter movies and have read the books. That's really cool. I see a lot of book 3, movie 3 as a favorite amongst the audience. So I'm really sorry if I'm like cutting off screen. It's because I too have some difficulty trying to look at my own outline. So I'm just making sure that I have the circles cut out. Okay, so once this is done, move it aside, and what you want to do is just fold it in half and cut a small like rim in the middle right here, so we can make our own little glasses. And I'm really sorry that I am not directly under the camera. It's just that I'm trying to also focus on making sure that I'm cutting this correctly. Perfect. So here's frame number 1. and then we're gonna do the second one. Well, this is so cool. As I'm cutting, I'm looking at all of the comments, and again, I see a lot of HP fans. That's really awesome. So who is everyone's favorite character? All right. And the insides, these circles, do not toss them out. This is what we're going to be using to make Harry's eyes. That's if you really want to. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do that with y'all. So let me go ahead and just cut it a bit smaller because it has to fit inside of the frame. And we can make either circles, right, leaving it like this, or we can add some sort of defining feature that it is an eye other than just a dot. So I've got this little action going right here, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the other part. And here we go. So I see Harry Potter as being one of the favorite characters, Professor Snape, Victor Crumb. This is so cool. Buckbeak. Oh, he was awesome. All right. And let me go ahead and do that little feature on his left eye. So I'm just going to stop right there with the eyes. I mean, they look cute. They look cute enough. So we want to get these as close to the bottom as possible because we have yet to cut the top part and then include Harry's hair. So Harry's hair is going to be, you know, right here on this top portion. So what I'm going to start doing now is going to go ahead and start gluing his frames onto the cream colored felt. And be careful because you're gonna have some glue spilling everywhere, and the frame is really thin, so you just got to make sure that it all stays within your frame. All right, so my hands are now filled with glue. It's gonna happen, but it's okay. Let's tackle his little eye. Perfect. Sweet. And ooh, who's my favorite character? I know somebody said Professor Snape. That's definitely one of my favorite characters. And I really, really love Hermione Granger. I think she was an excellent student and an awesome friend. All right. So here's the second frame. And I'm going to go ahead and add our last piece of eye. I'm really sorry that I'm doing this off screen, but I am putting the bigger part on the screen for y'all to see. And I kind of made a mistake. I put the glue on the wrong side. If that happens, that's okay. No biggie. Everyone's hair is going to look a little different, right? So let me go ahead and wipe my hands clean. Got some towels here. And then let's go ahead and start with Harry's hair. So Harry's hair, If you have a brown felt that has a straight line on top, use that straight line to guide you. And what you want to do is go ahead and make some really nice like bangs for Harry. You definitely want to make sure that you have an opening on the top left so you can go ahead and draw in Harry's light bolt. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, so however you want to do Harry's hair is going to be all right. And let's start cutting away. So this is really simple. I mean, I didn't really use any guide. It's just my own sketching abilities and creativity. In the end, you're going to end up making a really nice Harry Potter felt bookmark. And that is the goal. All right. So I think that looks really, really good. So now what you want to do is you want to make a mark on your felt on where the brown felt is going to go on top of. So that way you can use your scissors and cut away the excess part. So this is funny, right now Harry is bald, but he'll be looking good again in just a moment. All right, this is such a funny Harry. It's the Harry we haven't seen yet. It's when he's getting ready to go to Hogwarts. So let's cut the excess part right here. And again, let's glue this onto our peach colored or cream colored felt. Sorry again, but I mean, if you guys really want to see what I'm doing, I'm just adding glue. So I see that more people have joined in. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Make sure you guys stay tuned for next week. Next week is going to be our last teen summer reading craft, and we're going to be having sticker mosaics. So make sure to visit your local library branch to pick up your take and make kit. And the way to do that is by calling your branch and asking when they're offering curbside services, so you can go ahead and pick up your kit during that time. All right, so we've added Harry's hair. Now remember earlier we had his scarf come out just a bit. So let's go ahead and start cutting that now. There you go. And we've got a couple of things left. So we've got his lightning bolt scar on top. So go ahead and do that. So mine is coming out a bit ugly, but you want to make sure that you're using a fine pen or marker. Do not use a thick Sharpie. I would actually refrain from using a Sharpie. I think it's just going to be a little blotchy. But I think Harry's looking good right now. And the last item is going to be our ribbon. So this is going to go on the back. So you can either do one of two things. You can go ahead and fold this and have it, you know, be like a tassel. Or you can do what I had initially what I did with my bookmark, which was just do a single strand like that. So I'm gonna do the strand. I just think it works great because, you know, if you have a book that's a little large, or a picture book, I think this works nicely. It's long enough. All right. And make sure that you give it enough time to dry for everything. Don't mess with the bookmark. Once it's done, just let it sit for a couple of minutes. And aside from Harry's right eye, I think I did an excellent job. This was a mistake. I accidentally put the glue on the opposite side. So if this happens to you, look, it ended up looking great either way. So no need to be upset about that. I guess every mistake is I don't know. It's unique. It's your own bookmark. But here it is. This is your own Harry Potter felt bookmark. So this is the now, this is the then. Harry Potter twins. They thank you and they will bid you farewell. So again, thank you so much for watching. By the way, those of you who again are participating in our teen summer reading program, this is our little flyer. Make sure to visit mysapple.org for information on take and make kits, virtual programming, both on Instagram and on Discord. This is our handle on Instagram, 210 Teen Library. If you're on right now, you know it. And down here where it says more info at guides, mysapple.org/teensummer2020, visit here for everything you need to know about teen summer reading. Again, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it, and have fun making your own Harry Potter felt bookmark. Adios.